I want you to think about that when men are losing their power, when they're losing their impact, their control, and try to identify which one it is in the triangle. And you know what I always tell you, when you help someone else, it's what you just noticed with William. You do a deeper reflection in when that happens, right? And so this will get you out of the triangle because you'll constantly practice. Okay, buddy. So the text message, the
Yeah.
premise of rock bottom, right, which was divorce in the text message, that it gives a wonderful clip. But the premise was, I'll rise up like Jesus did from the grave once or because I've been divorced. Not to mention, if you look at the person sharing it, it was like supporting divorce, right? Now, I understand why that's powerful, but what I want you to think about is the message you'd be sending to her would be, by getting divorced, like, we can become our best, most authentic, best versions, whatever, which is what the reset's all about. But then you send all these wonderful, like the text message you said was very thoughtful and beautiful as well, that you wanted to send, sorry.
Yeah.
But I don't I don't want her to think or connect the dots because we've led her thinking divorce is what's the catalyst. Right now, the rock bottom is that she wants a divorce, right? And so
Yeah.
if we had a message like that, that was more geared towards the possibility of losing you, okay, maybe. But if you think back to what I want you to do in the reset, Kelly, I want you to focus all on just showing up, not explaining, right? And if you go to your text message that you were going to send with it, you're trying to talk about purpose and you're going on to all these different levels, right? And so this is the less talk, more action mentality that we need to have, instead of sending that and trying to prove that we're this great guy. Or in your case, it wasn't to prove it, it was more like to support this message, but was also highlighted by people who support divorce. And I'm not saying that that couldn't work. It's just, I don't ever want to give dots that can be connected that are not what you want, right? We try to provide structure for where we're going. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you end up sending it? I think you didn't, right?
No, I sent it, but I unsent it. You can go back and unsend it. So I haven't. She hasn't seen it. Either one.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, just go back to a little bit what we were talking about on the Lord's call yesterday, where we just focus on growth for us right now. I mean, it's just all that's what this program's all about. She's the racing stripes on the car, right? Are you still struggling with that, or was that a helpful call for you yesterday? I know a lot of guys sent messages saying that was awesome. It's what I needed. Where are you at with it though?
You know what, man? I'm struggling hard. I just all over the place. Like this is like a new thing for me, and um, I don't know. Like I'm missing. I keep telling myself, like you just said, keep showing up. That's really all there is to it. Uh,
Hey Kelly, can I give you some feedback from what I've noticed about her so far? I mean, I'm only just getting to know you. You're new, right? But dude, she loves you, man. It's just things went the way that they went. The reason I know that is because of the way you guys interacted when you helped her pack up, right? And that, by the way, that's massive. That could have gone so ugly. That could have been so ugly because it's such a hard thing to do, right? There's nothing you can do. It's out of your control. She's moving. And not only did you show up as a man at home, even though it's not the direction we want right now, it's the direction that she's provided for the structure of the relationship right now. But then you did it with man with kids, with your kid, and you hadn't even seen those sections yet, right? You're so in tune with picking up the way the guys are talking and stuff. But then think about the way that she was interacting with you when you were kind of flirting and making some comments and just having regular conversation. It's already much more positive, right? So I can tell she loves you. It's just sometimes when the mind is made up or they're just completely afraid, well, it's just a show. This is all going to go backwards again. I'm not going to fall for it this time. You know,
Yeah,
that's where the just showing up matters, right?
Yeah, yeah, it is. Because that's exactly where I feel like she's at. I mean, she's told me point blank that um, it's just been years of roller coasters and years of empty
Yeah.
promises, and uh, it'll be good for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month or whatever, and then back to the same old antics and same old me. And
Let's look at that for a second, Kelly, right? So if you think about it, when we're on that roller coaster, and everyone is when you're in this state, it's whatever version of your cycle that is. So you're saying 2 weeks. Let's just run with that, right? If you think about it like this, you have nothing to look forward to. So even when times are great, what happens is you just know you don't even need to be on the edge of your seat. You know what the next scene's going to be. You know, it's a song on repeat. And the only thing is you're just tired of that freaking song. But here's the difference in the opportunities that we create with the reset and the ones that just naturally happen, especially when you have kids. It's like easy to show up, right?
yeah,
And I don't mean just with your kids, for your kids, as a man with kids. I mean, because even if you're exchanging the kids, you guys get along well. You've already started to show that even though there's nothing to look forward to yet for her, right? You know what you're looking forward to. And by showing up, you're showing that there's the opportunity for her to feel safe again, to trust again, right? So if you can try to shift your mindset a little bit to more calm, don't stress, don't worry, because at the end of the day, if all we do is present, I mean, I'm glad you're sharing with me how much this is hurting, but we don't want that for her, not at this stage. We want her to feel like you're just as in love with her and you know where you're going. That fear doesn't have to rule us. That anxiety that makes us make stupid decisions, it doesn't have to rule you, right? You're in the right place. We got tons of support. You're so hyper focused. I love what you said the other day. You know, I think I've told 10 guys that, where you were like, this is the first time in my life that I'm just dedicating to actually following through and finishing something massive, is essentially the line that I'm using when I deliver it. Because that's really what it is. You're a jack of all trades, and now you're learning how to be an incredible man, husband, father, leader in life, which is a man. It's just an adult, right? Dude, that's a good place to start. I'm glad that this is the first thing for you, because we can take you and get you running in any direction that you want after this. Now, that has nothing to do with her, but she's going to benefit from this version of you once we get you there. But fear is going to take you off your path, right? That's why we don't do it for her. We do it for her, but we do it for you. That's why I say you're the car, she's the racing stripes. You know, man?
yeah, yeah. It's just tough. Like,
What do you when you're feeling this way right now, what are the thoughts running through your mind? Is it, well, you tell me. I don't want to give you ideas. What are, when you say it's tough, where's your mind going? Like there's probably 10 different directions. Give me a few of them, bud.
tired. Uh, like I told Pete the other day, sometimes I want to throw in the towel,
Hmm.
but I don't.
Is it because you feel like you're failing or that you have failed? Is there another reason?
I don't know. To be honest with you, yeah, it's some of that. It's just exhausting, flat out exhausting.
So you
I'm
mentioned
tired of
tired
the
and
roller
exhausting.
coaster.
Okay, yeah, but we're not on the roller coaster anymore, buddy.
Well,
So you
I
can
know
let that one go.
I am though.
You're
Like
you're
I'm getting
you're
her off it, but I'm on it. Like I'll have my good days, and then you know, like today, like you know, and all this stuff that I'm going through, all this studying and stuff, it just now it's in my head as far as like the you know like hiding the feelings and uh
Okay, let's. I think what I'm catching the theme with you getting to know you this past week or 10 days, the theme that I'm catching is it's mindset shifts, right? You're not hiding your feelings right now. We're so in love with her, and in order for her to be unapologetically herself again, we're just allowing her to feel, and we're just in control. We're being patient for when it's our turn. That's all right now. So if you think back to that roller coaster and the things that you said and did when you contributed to the pain, to the wounds, right? All we're
yeah
doing is it's not that we're hiding that. It's not that we're hiding who we are. No, no, no. We're gonna have tons of time, man. We got a whole life of sharing with our wife. Right now, we're just trying to build the peace pillar. We're trying to optimize safety and trust, letting her be her. That should be so exciting. That can take you off the ride if you can shift the mindset of, oh my gosh, I can't even wait to have her back so happy and free again, where she can share and express everything. That's you think about something more fun, less serious. Remember you having conversations and you used to go ping, 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 like you guys never finished one thought. You get on to the next one. That's what it's like to be unapologetically yourself and free, not be afraid to speak, not be afraid and want to hold back. So think about it like it's not that I'm holding back right now, it's that I'm choosing to be a rock, to be her man and let her feel right now. And I have to be patient until she trusts me enough to let me feel more. That's why when I talk about, Greg the other day or yesterday in the call, I was like, well, she rejected him. That's good. She felt comfortable enough to reject him right now and express why she didn't want it. That's good. That's a next step for Greg right now to know
yeah
that expectations and just duty sex doesn't have to. This is good, but it's just part of the process. But you see my energy? You see how excited I am when I'm shifting your like it's just a mindset shift, dude. And you just have to
yeah
start realizing, recognizing the power of the choice that you're making because it's your choice.
yeah like I said, I mean I'm trying I'm, I'm doing I feel like I'm doing fairly good at it. uh I just you know like I just yeah I fall into these um I mean like right now like feeling sorry for myself, feeling uh you know like
Remember the
and then I
remember the
feel
nice guy triangle? Remember the nice guy triangle? This is exactly being stuck in the triangle. Okay.
yeah. No, I know, and I totally understand that, and you know, like I snap out of it. I take these moments, especially you know, like with this program, it's definitely helped because I see other guys saying whatever they say, and then I'm able to put my 2 cents in, and it gives me that sense of pride back, and that hey, what the fuck am I crying about? I'm you know like and but I mean, at the same time, I you know like I I do. I just fall into these, like I said, these patches where I'm just tired. I'm exhausted. You know, like sometimes, I, you know, like I just I want to give up. I feel like I'm I want to move on. I want to, you know, like, but I don't. You know, like I want my
You don't.
life
All
back.
that's
I want my
happening.
family
All
back.
hold on. This is really important. Forget the goal of your family right now. Just go back to the nice guy triangle. So you're giving, you're doing this, you're letting her feel. And then we start to feel like, well, I don't get to feel, right? Like this is hard. I have to bottle this in, right? And then you start to feel this tiredness, this exhaustion. And then you go to losing your power, your man in power, where you're like, I want to give up. That's the same thing as lashing out and blaming her. It's just a different version of losing your power, right? Not taking responsibility and owning the fact that now enter your goal that I wouldn't be here if I had power. I was a man with impact and I was in control and I wasn't in this stupid triangle. The stupid triangle that prevents you from all those other things in your life that you became good at but never excelled at anything. all those other things that you wanted to finish and you didn't finish. It's not just your marriage and your family. That's the realization you made this week. And so it is hard. It's absolutely hard. And, you know, I didn't make shit like this up, but nothing in life's worth it, man, unless you work for it. But when you get there and it's easy and it's skills and you feel these feelings, you're like, mindset, no, I don't think so. And, you know, you've developed the skills. Right now, they're not skills yet. You're just trying to change habit for habit, right? That's all. And habits are just natural and easy. And we got a lot of bad ones from a long time, right? You're used to protecting yourself with a safe reaction, survival mode, keep myself safe. You're used to it. And that's what happens when you're feeling this roller coaster of, oh, I want her, but it's so much work, I'm tired. But it's not. It's all easy stuff once you know it. Right now, your mind is in overdrive. That's like, you know, when you're working on a plane, but then you go to the computer all day, it's a different kind of tired, right? It's a different kind of tired. You go dirt biking all day and it's a different kind of tired, but it's exhaustion, right? But you love dirt biking because it's easy for you now and you have a blast. It's the skills are there. And so you don't care at the end of the day, right? Same with probably working on planes now. Sounds like you just love it, you know, like, and so it's the same thing, but you know, like some of those testimonial videos that I'm running through from the guys, like they were talking about that, like we just don't have the skills unless someone shows us. Until we do that, we have to put in the time. You know, going on social media, if you went back to my very first post, man, you'd be like, that's the same guy. It's like, I just didn't have the skill to get, I was skilled to be in front of a crowd of people, but not to get on camera and try to send a message globally. It was hard. Same with Catherine and me in our marriage. It's hard to stop yelling. And I wanted to give up when she was mad and she was yelling at me when I wasn't yelling. It was hard. It was hard when she started to realize there was no expectations for sex, but then things weren't changing yet. It was hard. All these different stages that we talk about, you know, and right now you're just stuck in the very beginning of learning something new, and it's hard.
Yeah.
But it's worth it.
I'll get over it. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm determined.
You keep doing
it. I've had these days, you know, I mean, it's been fucking 8 months now. I've had them, and it's kind of like what I was telling William the other day. You know, like sometimes I do need to just sit there and feel, and then eventually I get a hold of myself and I, you know, just kind of snap out of it. So what, you know, like, and it actually makes it easier for me to empathize with her because I feel this, and then I think to myself, like, dude, I wonder how many times she sat in a fucking closet like this and cried and because of shit that I did, and here I am, you know, 8 months into this feeling, and I'm sitting in a closet crying for, you know, like, I put myself here. I put myself in this predicament. If I would have grabbed life by the horns sooner, gotten into this program sooner, done any of this, anything sooner, I wouldn't be in this predicament. I would be, you know, 100 miles ahead of where I am now, and then, like I said, it helps me to say, man, what a fucking selfish asshole I'm being by pouting in the closet.
That's enough. Like, but now that's enough. Now we stop. Just like the anxiety training. Stop. None of this is real. That was old you, right? So you got it out. That was old you. Get out of the closet right now. Walk away from it, man. Just get out. If that's the reference you're making, get out.
Yeah, no.
Okay?
I mean,
think about it like this, dude. We all make mistakes, but from pain, every positive direction in your life can occur if you let it. And you are, right? You are. And I love that you're recognizing something that most men don't recognize right away without me having to tell them. You figured it out on your own. And that's simple. That is the ability to understand your power. So you can be in this roller coaster, but understand your power to take responsibility. Because later, let's just say, you know, you guys are dating and you're just hoping that she's moving back in, because that's our first goal, right? We got to get her moved back in.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Actually, well, dating. Sorry, but then.
Well, I was going to say first thing. First thing I got to do is get her to like me.
Sorry, yeah. No, she likes you. We just had a great
I know.
experience here,
I mean,
okay?
it.
No, she does. I think she loves you. I think she's just scared of
No,
getting hurt. But here's the
exactly what
thing.
it is.
When there's a challenge, you remember have the patience formula, and I'm like, well, like just how many years was the crap? And you've only been doing this for a couple weeks right now.
Yeah.
And so we lose our patience sometimes. We're like, what the fuck, man? Like I'm different. But the ability that you will have to overcome that objection in your process, your mindset is massive because you're already noticing it when you talk to somebody like William. And so this is the homework I want to give you. I want you to, when you're in Lords, I want you to think about that when men are losing their power, when they're losing their impact, their control, and try to identify which one it is in the triangle. And you know what I always tell you, when you help someone else, it's what you just noticed with William. You do a deeper reflection in when that happens, right? And so this will get you out of the triangle because you'll constantly practice. There was one with Matthew in there today, and actually I saw it as a message yesterday about some of his past and the mistakes that he had made that he'd never shared with us yet. Whoa, that's exactly why you're stuck in your triangle right now with your wife. Exactly. And so that's your homework for the next week or so. Okay. I want you to just, when you're in Lords, pull out if any of those guys are losing their power, their impact, or their control, and find out if we can restore that in them. And that will give you a deep dive look, and it will kick your ass out of the nice guy triangle because you'll take a good look in the mirror and you'll be like, damn, no, I'm not letting this happen. Okay.
No, it does. It does. It helps. Like I said, it feels good to help those guys. Like to shit that I've learned to spill onto them and say, hey, well, I think, like I think it was Matthew, or I don't know who it was last night, was talking about he put a video message about his wife touching the paint, and he like said, hey, it's not that big of a deal, like let's, and she got mad about it. And when I was like, dude, like I mean to be an asshole, but that's you're being a bitch right now. You just turned into her bitch by letting her like you did the right thing. You attempted to put in a yes tone and hey, it's not a big deal. Let's get over it. And she smacked that yes tone right out of your, right off you. And like, dude, you got, like, so I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean it in a helpful way. Like,
the same,
like
it's the same way I come down on guys too. Like I told somebody the other day, don't be a baby. You just sound like a desperate, needy baby. And like we have to do that, and we have to be able to trust each other for that, because everyone in the program is the same sort of man, the exact same. And it's this nice guy, and it's this guy that then loses his cool and nothing works because we were given a get instead of just maintaining a freaking yes to him. Her mood should not change the outcome of the rest of it. Like, provide structure for where you're going. Don't let her provide structure and leadership for you. And that's the problem.
Right.
People are always on about, well, what are you talking about? How can you both lead with your strengths? Because it's simple. If you think about masculine and feminine, if you think about moods and, who's more likely to lose their cool, just be freaking in your masculine, be freaking man. So I love that you did that. I love that you did that. And I love that your tone has changed drastically here. Boy, are you coming on the Lord's call right now?
I'm sorry?
Are you coming on the Lord's call right now when we hang up here?
Oh, yeah. You know what? Yeah, I will. I forgot. Yeah. I thought it was at 6 tonight.
No, 2 p.m. Eastern right now for today. So it's right away. And the reason why is because your energy is completely different already. Like you look like a man who could give a yes tone right now too. Right?
Yeah.
And sometimes that's all it takes, dude. Just get it off your chest.
No, just snap. Just snapping out of it.
Snap out of it.
Like I said,
that's right.
And I do. Like I have, a little episode, and then that's what I'm saying. I realize it, and that's like what I was just saying is now that helps me empathize with her. Like, dude, why am I feeling like this? I need to snap out of this. This is.
Mm-hmm.
If she can do it for 8 years, I can do it for,
however long.
Yeah,
however long. We don't even put a timeline on it yet, but we certainly can do it for the 2 weeks you're in. And next week we can look at 3 weeks, and in 2 months we can say 2 months, because it's still going to get better. It's still
Yeah.
you're still going to have these wins. You're just a baby in the Lord's program. That's all. You're just new. That's all. Okay. So don't stress. We just got to grow a little. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel you.
All right, man.
All right, thank you, sir.
I'll see you on the next call here.
I guess. Yeah, I gotta say hi to the kids, and then I'll be on in a little bit.
Sounds good, buddy. Talk soon.
All right, man. Thank you.
Bye.